Today is May 16th, I think. Let me double check. Today's May 16th. Yeah, it's been May 16th since midnight today, so that's cool. This theme for May was heroes and bravery and stuff like that. Surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, you know that the Bible has a lot to say about cowards and fear. So again, anything I say here on this vlogging is my own thoughts, and no one else is responsible for the thoughts except for me. So I'm not trying to implicate anybody. So if you're my friends or family, know that I'm an independent person and have my own thought patterns and all that business. So since I got that out of the way, I want to talk to you about bravery is the opposite of being a coward, and I'm not sure what the opposite of fear is. Fear is boldness, because the Bible has a lot to say about being a coward. And if you read, I think in the book of Timothy and Revelation, I think Philippians, there's a lot of different books in the Bible that talk about being a coward. And you don't want to be a coward. No one likes a coward, no one likes a traitor, no one likes people that are like grossly immoral. I don't know why I had to put a adjective with it, but most people don't like immoral people, you know. So there's a lot in the Bible that I encourage you to read for yourself. Don't ever take my word for it. And remember, I tell everyone, since I started vlogging consistently, like about 4 or 5 years ago, I just want to always put the disclaimer that I didn't go to school. I haven't got a degree in any theology or divinity or whatever they call it, different degrees now. Always, trust those who studied themselves, actually got like a degree that backs up their thought patterns, because it's pretty important to develop a thought. I mean, we all are individuals, like I said, so it's okay if you have your own thoughts. Can't take that away from anybody. Even if their thoughts are wrong, it may be their truth, but it doesn't mean it's the truth, because there is a difference between the truth and your truth and the truth. And the truth and the facts are stuff that may be a little bit of discouragement and all that stuff, but how are you going to grow? Are you interested in growing? So it's like fear. At first you may be afraid of doing a certain task, but as soon as you get the confidence, it's not scary anymore, whatever it is. I remember when I was a child, I don't know, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, the Girl Scouts were having a fundraiser, and it was a haunted house. There's a really scary guy that was dressed up as a wolfman in the haunted house. And I went with the group the first go around, yeah, and I was acting really scared because it was pretty scary. I didn't know what was around the corner. But as soon as I knew what was around the corner and what was going on, the jump scare didn't scare me anymore. So if you're not going through different screwed up situations and not getting more confident about whatever you're facing, then you're not growing. And you should reconsider your situation, reconsider your life. I mean, if you're one of those who claim Christ will give you the confidence. Because it's human to have fear, it's human to be scared, it's human and all that stuff. But remember, Scripture also says, without faith, it is impossible to please God. So you take risk. And you could weigh the risk and the rewards and all that stuff. I mean, is that risk you're going to take, is it going to be worth what's going to happen at the end of it? Or is it just a stupid risk? Uncalculated. Some things you could calculate, and some things you can't calculate for the risk and the rewards and the outcomes and all that stuff. So it kind of circles back to Memorial Day. It circles back to May being Memorial Day at the end of the month. For some, Memorial Day is like, oh, it's just the beginning of the summer season and vacations and all that business. But in actuality, Memorial Day was invented or observed so people could have that day off. The day off to memorialize and to think about the people that gone before you and the people who passed. It's mostly Memorial Days for those who gave up their life in the trenches in a really bad, scary situation or whatever. I don't know, I never served, and I've never really had my life threatened. And the times I did have my life threatened, it was because I was being stupid. Not because I was being brave and putting myself at risk because there was a greater good. I was just putting myself at risk because of my own selfish ambitions and desires. But when you go through life and you calculate your path, some things you could plot. If you're plotting your fate, you're probably being a coward. Like you may be pursuing something that may just be for your own selfish gain. But in the end of the day, what are you doing at the end of the day? How are you sleeping? Are you sleeping good because you've done what you're supposed to do? Because the reality is, I leave you with this, because the reality is that when you do the right thing, no matter the odds, the right thing might have some severe consequences. But when you do the right thing, you could live with a clearer conscience and a heart of gold. Do you want to have a heart of gold or a heart of just stone crust or something like that? So this is my vlogging for May 16, 2024, as we look forward to Memorial Day and look forward to what life may bring that will test you. Because it's not my original thought, but the reality is that a person's real character is revealed during those stressful situations. And what are you doing to prepare? Like I was reading on the devotional last night about preventive maintenance for your soul. Preventive maintenance for your soul. Are you mentally prepared for those times that are when things aren't going to go your way? Because the reality is that things aren't going to go your way. So are you going to be bent out of shape about it when things aren't going to go your way? Or are you going to be thankful no matter the situations? Of course, it's easy to say now because I bet right now you're safe. There's no challenges. There's no challenges, and maybe you don't even see any on the horizon. But what are you doing to be thankful for the good things that are happening to you right now? Because you know that strenuous, terrible situation is around the corner. So it could be worldwide, it could be in your own personal life or whatever. Because if you do believe in God and you do believe in His will and His sovereignty, and if you even believe in glorifying God and enjoying God, Do you glorify and enjoy God no matter your circumstances? Remember in the Proverbs, it says neither give me riches or poverty, because if I'm rich, you're probably going to forget about God. And if you're poor, you may do something that's going to offend God just because you want to, you might steal or do something just so you can make ends meet, because some people are on survival mode. Don't just be on survival mode, but be on thrive mode. Could you handle that? Do you feel me? If you liked anything that I had to say today, just let me know. And yeah, my content's all over the place. I really want to do content about cars and repair cars and stuff like that, but my situation is not ideal, and I'm making the best out of it, just like I said. Make the best out of your situation, no matter what your situation is.